Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a good one. So there is a lot to unpack today, as you can imagine. Yesterday we got numbers and they kind of confirmed, what the FOMC is saying with, the rate hikes that are coming. And I sat there and I was just like, yeah, so the market tanks a bit, crypto tanks a bit. They've both bounced back a little bit, but still, people just like to react that way. Today is a Friday and we're expecting numbers. So unless those numbers are spectacular, I'm expecting another dip. Anywho, in the news, we've got Binance. Binance has just lost, let me read it to you, their chief strategy officer, the senior vice president for compliance, and their general counsel, all within a week. Now, they're downplaying this. CZ releasing a statement, oh, it's just FUD, it's no big deal. Yeah, no, it is a big deal. Those are really big, really big chairs that have now been exited. That said, when I look at everything that's going on with Binance from a global scale, I sit back and I kind of go, maybe they actually just did need, some new blood. I mean, I get it. These are three major, major, major roles. However, given that they've had to exit the Netherlands, they've had to exit other countries, they've got issues in the United States, issues around the world around regulatory relations. Yeah, I would think that it might be time for new blood. You got to fix those problems. I've been saying it for a long time since I started this. I've been saying Binance is huge, but they need to fix their regulatory problems around the world. They need to shore that up. And, maybe this will light a fire under CZ's butt to actually shore up those positions, get the right people in place, or get a change of people in place. Not to say that the people that are exiting did a bad job, but there might be different perspectives that can be explored. That's just me. Now, Nexo, major crypto institution. And this is huge, and I want you to understand why it's huge. Nexo has successfully passed an audit or successfully completed an audit. It's a type 2 SOC 2 audit, right? And it is ridiculously comprehensive when it comes to data protection. And they passed. This company A-LIGN had to put their name on it. Whenever a company does that kind of an audit, part of that audit is that the auditor puts their name on the dotted line. That's what they did. So if you were thinking that Nexo might not be as secure as they can be, no, they are. And it's been tried and tested. So I think that's a major, major foot forward. So kudos to Nexo and their team. Now, the Coinbase head of product, Conor Grogan, has got some serious issues in a good way. This guy he does not let things go. Apparently, I think back in 2016 or something like that, way back, more than just a couple of years ago, somebody got hacked, or there was a hack that happened, and somebody lost their life savings, like $250,000 back then. Conor Grogan kept digging in, and just turned around and found the 320 grand. Yeah. From back then to now, 320 grand. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's been returned. Pretty sure that person's probably elated, whatever. But I think that's pretty cool that, the head of product over at Coinbase, let's suppose that the process is there are some, dead cases that they haven't made any headway on, and he just goes over, picks up a case and just starts banging on it. He's been working on it all these years. Let's suppose it was even just that. The fact that they have the process is awesome. The fact that Conor Grogan clearly follows whatever process they have in place is awesome. And I am not being paid by Coinbase. I do this all by myself. Kids help me with research sometimes. But you also know that I'm not big on centralized exchanges. So for me, looking at something like this is one of the reasons why for the centralized exchanges I do use, Coinbase is at the top of the list. Just saying, because I think that's really cool that they stuck with it. So kudos to that team too. Now, Let's move back into Binance a little bit. Binance is about to upgrade their XRP wallet infrastructure. Now, yeah, I do personally take it as good news, but it's probably just normal maintenance type stuff. So they're doing their upgrade and they're going to expect everybody that's involved that has addresses to check their addresses and memos and, make sure that they upgrade same on their end so that they can continue to use the platform. So I think that's supposed to happen starting Q3 this year. So that's actually pretty cool, right? But that's not all that's going on for XRP, which is why I call it all good news. Deutsche Bank and Bank of America are both praising Ripple's use of XRP for cross-border payments. I've been involved in crypto as a user, as a holder, as a trader since I want to say a decade, right? So not as long as some people, but a lot longer than others. And, it's almost from jump that, that was the whole idea. It is actually of no surprise to me that you have major banks around the world in two major epicenters, financial centers, hubs that are praising Ripple. They went through a lot to get there. You want to know what other project has been doing that? Stellar, right? But Ripple is much further along. And I just sit there and I just go, pay attention. This is one of the reasons why I say that once that court case is over, win or lose, Ripple wins. I'll say it again. Win or lose the SEC case against Ripple, Ripple wins. And the reason why is because it will put the case to bed and they will be able to get back to work. So whether XRP is seen as a security or not, either way, it's done and dusted. You register your security or you keep going with your commodity and handle it with CFTC. Whatever it is, it puts the case to an end and you move on. And when you have a registered security, guess what? You can be put on exchanges again. I keep saying it. So there's a reason why I keep looking at Ripple and how it can play a big role in cross-border payments for all of these companies that are out there. Now, take a step back and look at CBDCs and everything else. And I sit there and I just kind of go, interesting, but there's already a solution. There are already many solutions. Why do you need a CBDC? Oh, that's right. Because the governments would be able to watch what you spend, how you spend it, when you spend it, why you spend it. Just too much. So these are the things that I'm paying attention to. So I know I'm nuts, and I keep talking about it, and I'm not officially I guess technically I am a member of XRP Army, because one, I like Ripple, two, I'm holding Ripple. So I guess I am. So yeah, kudos to XRP Army for holding in there and sticking in there. It's not, the world doesn't revolve around Bitcoin. Bitcoin should be the number one staple, but there are others that should also be a part of that staple package, and I believe XRP is one of them. And no, Ripple doesn't pay me. I don't get any money from Bitcoin. I don't get paid by anybody. I wish somebody would offer me, advertising dollars, but it's okay. Just joking. Because this is really just for me to share my thoughts and actually get my thoughts out. Because if I talk about stuff, I remember stuff, I retain stuff. And so it's also a way for me to give information to my kids without me hovering over them and, Dad, all right, we get it. So they get to watch the stuff whenever they want. So it makes it a lot easier, just a communication practice. Anyway, this is what I keep looking at. But you know what we should do? We should look at the numbers. So let me set that up for you. There you go. So like I said, we had a whole bunch of numbers go bad yesterday, kind of go sideways, take a dip. Phantom down 12%. I just told you why. Pepe is down 12%. I just want you to pay attention to this. I get A lot of people are making money on Pepe. Pepe, if you're trading Pepe right now, and this I'm sitting there and I'm going, you know what? This could actually be a good time to get in if you're trading. Why? Because it's down 12%. So it's proven it can go here, but it's dropped down to here for right now. So if you're looking to make a big gain, maybe right now is a good time to get in. So that's something I pay attention to. Harmony is down. I don't really pay attention to Harmony anymore. Let's see, it goes all the way down the list. So let's see who else is here that I should be paying attention to. No. Waves is down 9%. Yeah, everybody's down. Is anybody up? Not really, because it stops right there. Bam. So nobody's up that I'm expecting, that I'm paying attention to. Tether is on Kava now, which Kava is built off of the Cosmos SDK, right? So, that's one reason why, people are kind of interested in Tether. Tether is basically just trying to keep their nose clean and stay out of trouble and stay out of the headlines, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Looking at the big board, you can see Ethereum is down below the 1900 that I like it at. BTC is down far below what it was yesterday. The dominance is still at 49%, 49.22. But you have a lot of things that are down right now. So if I'm looking at this, VeChain is down. I think that's a good time to get in. HBAR is down. I think that's a good time to get in. Nicholas Ducran, my man, he's the one that put me on HBAR. Hedera Hashgraph. They're doing a lot of stuff over there, so I do hold some of that. But if I was looking at it again, this is probably a good time to get in. Stacks is down. XRP is down 46.5 cents. But yeah, I think right here I'm looking at a lot of opportunity to actually get into things. Right? Again, dollar cost averaging is your friend. Take the time to say, I can afford to put in $5, $10, $100, $1,000 on a regularly scheduled basis, whatever that number is. Put it away, make your investments. And that could be for anything that you're investing in, right? Maybe you're trying to put money away because you want to buy a home. I had a long conversation with somebody yesterday. He and his new wife, congratulations to you, are looking to buy a house. And I said, well, what kind of house are you looking for? And they said, well, we're looking for our home. We want to travel more. And my brother can rent it out while we're traveling. And I said, you should look into a multifamily, because that way you'd be able to take advantage of a lower loan from the U.S. government, have an apartment. Your brother would be able to have an apartment, and that way you never have to worry about it. And then when you finally decide you're going to settle down, have kids, by that time, you'd be able to have somebody else move into the apartment and you go buy your real house. So there are ways that you can make investments. You just need to stop and think about how you want to do things and what you want to do with them. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. Hope what I'm doing helps you. Cisco, I have not forgotten about you. I know you asked me about FedNow. I have not completed my research yet. Trying to get there. There are a few things that I have to do, and everybody's hammering me for stuff, and it's all just fun. So yeah, I will get to that. Anyway, hope you enjoy what I'm doing. Have a good one. Bye-bye.